Con. Hello there, all the hip cats and cool kittens. Don't you change that channel now, because I'm the PopFoxShow, brought to you by Coca-Cola. And how is everybody doing today? I'm doing real swell. My name is Kichino Kitsune, and today we will be playing some more Genshin Impact. That's right, I decided to switch up the schedule a bit. So without further ado, let's get rockin' and rollin', shall we? What a beautiful sight. Leeway Harbor.
Are you okay? I never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
Yup, if you don't know, our sister sided with the Abyss, and is secretly their princess, and is running everything from behind the scenes and trying to kill us.
Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
There must be more than this that meets the eye.
To reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots
Yes, I
more to
did
tell
that.
us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
Thanks, Paimon.
Don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
I don't know.
Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
Yeah, I need to beat her up for her lunch money.
Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying.
Oh my god, Paimon's a bloodthirsty psychopath.
Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Animal and Geo Archons. So
Let's break into Japan.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhang said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in.
Ooh, break in.
Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
I'm sure there's someone we've met. Take me to your leader.
To ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Tell me or else.
Right! We came to the right person!
Or else.
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Well, you know what? That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
In a box.
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was.
Ooh, I like dangerous.
All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Someone from
That's
Leeway
right.
saved you?
I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible
It sounds like an
journey.
escape from North
And
Korea.
you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission?
Kanjo Commission.
What's that?
The Shogunate.
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission.
Oh, great.
I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichiseng.
So they're
One of the
cracking down on
obligations of the
things.
Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling.
Lovely.
It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere,
I think it's less like Japan, but more like North Korea.
what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plan. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku decree. the closed nation policy of Inazuma.
Oh, we just need to borrow a
And
warship
even
from
if you
Commodore
did manage
Perry.
to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for
Oh,
processing.
we just need a
Outlanders.
warship.
Otherwise,
And a cannons.
you'd be kicked out
Or
immediately.
my mother.
You finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
It's an honor to be aboard.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations.
Yep.
Well, now that we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Yes. Let us sail. Can I do the Jack and Rose thing? Anchors away. Paddle wheel, oars, and sail. We're making the most out of this. Aye. Alcor finally comes into port. Ah, yes, yes. We've come here to take you hostage. Or, no. We need some cannons. We've come here to pull a Commodore Perry. Welcome to hell. I mean, it's a pretty hell. Ah. Interesting. Ah, yes, yes. Oh, there's Toma. I know him.
Oh, hi there.
Oh,
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
I'm not no stowaway.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
Ah, hello, Toma.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these Outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around
Oh,
these
so great,
parts.
we're getting involved with the
If you run
underworld.
into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him
yes.
personally the next
Yes.
time I'm around.
Don't hit on
No need
me.
to worry.
I'm taken.
I'm sure we'll get along just
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler.
Oh yeah, Kazuha is a
Remember to
wanted
give it your all,
fugitive.
no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got this.
Please, Captain Beto.
Oh yes. Is there a reward for him? Can I sell him out for a reward?
Now
Yeah.
then, first things first.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Yes.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, okay then. Do they talk to me? No, they don't. How rude. They do not talk to me. Oh, yes. Oh, this is for even fishermen. Change jobs. The seas call? give you something. Meat. Fish. Alright, do you talk to me? Nope. He is a poopet. They do not talk to me. Great, they don't. Ugh. Oh, you. Oh, God.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Yes.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
Paimon, shut up. Shut up, Paimon.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
Outlander
they
Affairs?
only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Ah, lovely.
So it is super strict, just like everyone
Yes.
says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders.
Ah,
as
lovely.
the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in
Ah.
Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Don't worry, you can trust my math. I went to school back in the 70s. Oh, the 1870s.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning math as...
They gotta make her like the sickly secretary.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
You know,
How's that
1 plus
sound?
1. Yeah, she does know. I mean, like, that's complicated.
By all means, bargain the price down.
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Alright, as you wish, sweet cheeks. I'll make a record of it. And be sure you leave a record of you and me.
Ooh, we're finally on our own way again.
So our goal is to get to Inazuma City.
I suppose it's time to
Oh.
find Toma. Now,
Oh, it's a
who did
kitsune.
say he would meet
Oh,
us
look.
again?
Oh, look.
Oh, right. Komori Tea House.
Hold on, wait a second. Oh, God. It's so cute. Oh. It is so going as... Oh, my God, it's so cute. It's so Wait, can I take... Oh, it makes a little fox noise. Oh, I could... Huh? Oh, I recognize this color scheme anywhere. Hey, this is... I recognize this lady. She's wearing the same color scheme as me. It's an award. I don't know, lady. You're wearing the same exact color scheme as me. Pretty sure she is. You got the Shrine Maiden drip. No! This is standard uniform for Kitsune Corp.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Oh, the Destined Wand. Hanachiru Sato. Barrier within it. Of course. Oh, look at him. Oh my God.
Disappear!
Oh god. Where's the food? Oh. BTW, try using your closer enemies so you can heal. Gotcha. Yay! I mean, those guards were about as effective as, you know, airplane,
This is the
floating
kind of place
seats.
where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh?
It's our top Jade
Welcome
Winery.
At last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally
Are you
meet
Miss
Is
Kamisato?
this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome
Do we ever
surprise.
see her?
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do
we ever
indeed
get to
possess
see
the
them?
power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the
Yes.
people's aspirations are being senselessly
Yeah.
trampled. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds. Given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties,
Yes.
the Commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I did not come here to start a rebellion.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go!
What?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Ah, yes, yes.
You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Sensei's name is Domon. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world.
Oh, yes, until they
And
took his
so,
vision.
even while training us. But then,
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't
Oh, yeah.
been the same
You're not going to be
since.
the same ever
He says the
since.
strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit.
No.
So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
She's like a kitsune.
It was
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai,
She's a kitsune.
Dawn has persisted in this state for some time now.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
She's a kitsune.
Then does that...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does
His
that
division
explain
to
his
be the
descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters.
Oh, yes.
To focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state
so he
you
lost
see
his
him
mind.
now.
Out of guilt.
Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father. Sensei. Onsai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai. Why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly.
Oh god, two old people aren't going to kill each other.
I'm here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the
deep
rest
lore.
of my day. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Onsai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Lady Yai.
So even though his ambition was taken away,
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, might the wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores?
What do you mean by that?
Is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
What do you mean by that?
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Yeah, stay away from me, creepy lady.
Ooh, Lady Yi seems to have taken a real
Paimon,
interest in you.
stay away from her. She's a
Super
creep.
mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
I don't know. I don't know, Paimon. But I think on this note, I think this is where we're going to leave it off for tonight. Special thank you to you for watching, and if you like this channel and you like this type of content, please be sure to like, follow, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to tell your friends all about us here at the PopFoxShow. I thank each and every one of you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting episode. So bye for now, and kitsune out.